Hey everyone, it's Monday night. Oh my gosh, it was a long, long day for me. I guess I'm overthinking, oversleeping the other day. So I was up at 3:30 this morning and I laid back down, and when the alarm went off, I must have hit it again as I wanted to get to the blood lab early. So I got up a little, not late, but I got up later than I wanted to get up. Let's put it that way. But I made it there. I got in and out, and I still made it to my other appointments this morning, which was good. Um, so I just have to wait for the results for the blood work to come, which will probably take a couple of days. It was a nice day. It was warm. I went to work right after, so I was in, at work. Um, and now it is raining and thunder and lightning out. Um, Again, and I know I mentioned I'm not particularly fond of thunder and lightning. Um, what is what is something that you know you're not happy with, fond of, or that makes you a little bit anxious? Like I said, for me, thunder and lightning, the weather when it's turbulent. We do get some tornado warnings here in South Jersey, um, and we were uh, Hurricane Sandy. I lived through, I lived through many weather events, but some of them were more prevalent than others, like Hurricane Sandy and stuff like that. Um, I've lived through snow blizzards and stuff like that. Um, But for me, the thing that gets me the most, like I said, is the thunder and the lightning. It makes me nervous. You know, trees getting struck by lightning or coming down, the house and, feeling it shake with the wind and stuff like that. So that's something that's always, ever since I was a little kid, even, bothered me. So, what's something that I don't even know if it's bothers, but like something that makes you worrisome or scared, um, and that makes you, afraid, so to speak. Um, yeah. Uh, Growing up, I was the youngest of four, um, so um, it was strange, but, you know, um, I didn't mind when it rained so much, but the thunder and lightning was scary. Um, we didn't have air conditioners in every room, or central air conditioning when I was a kid. You were lucky if you had one air conditioner in your house. So the windows were always open. And, you know, if it started to rain on a very hot day, um, you would have to put the window down because the rain blew in the screen. So everything would get wet. So, yeah, that was something that was a little bit crazy when I was growing up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Um, but again, it's something that we live through. And it's funny how much we take for granted now with central air, central heat, um, things that growing up you didn't really think about because, either you did without or you didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like my ice maker that I changed. There is no way that I will ever live without an ice maker again. You know what I mean? I grew up, we had the ice trays and you had to crack ice. And, there was two crack trays to crack. And you had to wait till the ice froze again to crack it, So if two people had cut glasses or something, sometimes you were out of ice. But yeah, but the memories of those times, thinking back and, all of that. It's crazy. I can't wait till my grandkids are old enough to explain, what I didn't have growing up that they have now, and explain to them. Now, if I go one further, my dad is 93, and, I know the things that he didn't have growing up that we had, you know. And I jokingly say that, we everybody has a remote control. Well, when I was growing up, I was the remote control because I was the youngest. So I would get up and I would go to the TV and change the channel. So again, these are things that, when my dad was growing up, they didn't have TV. They had the radio, and if they were lucky, they had a radio. So, that's something that, I will be able to pass along to future generations of my grandkids so that they know where how far they've come and where they come from and what their family generations didn't have that they have and they're now. So, all right, guys, I just was thinking about that and I will let you go. I hope everybody has a good night and you have some sweet dreams, and I will talk to you in the morning. Think about it. What bothers you or what makes you nervous? And put it in the comments. All right? Talk to you tomorrow. Love you guys.